how to sum up the Dragon's Back race. I've heard the word brutal used a lot, and it is, and some of the days felt absolutely brutal. It's life-affirming. It's a true test of so many things, not just the physical, but the mental resilience, your skills, navigation, bit of mountaineering, your administration. It really is a test. Okay, so I'm at the Dragon's Back car park. This is the finish point, and this is where I'll hopefully be reunited with my car at the end of the week. Just sort of gathering my thoughts, taking a moment, checking I've got everything before I go on. Looking around, I am definitely younger than the average age of the people here so far, so don't know if that's a good thing. I hope so. Okay, finish point. I'll be very glad to be here next Friday, sometime in the evening. Early evening, afternoon, morning, whatever. So registration's all done. You can see the start point behind me, Conway Castle. I'm just did a little tour. So we've got so this is bag drop for bags. We'll probably do that in the morning. So that's for our camp kit, support kit. So we've got catering tent for tonight's gala dinner, and then registration's in there. And you can just about see some tents, people camping the night before. Okay, so this is it. It's 6:45 on Monday the 20th of May, Conway Castle, right behind me, and then everybody's gathering, as you can see behind me. So, and then as we go up, you can see the first hill that we're climbing as we go onto the Carnadow and then Tryfan and whatnot. So weather's good, not injured just yet. So yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's just now a matter of getting on with it, really. Chilly, nerves and so on kicking around. Everyone's having fun, and it's great that we've got loads of faces, loads of friendly faces from all the recce's. I think that'll be a huge boost on the mountain and in the camps.
Onto the ramparts, come off the ramparts and go, I'm winning! I'm in the lead!
Right, that's the front of the pack, and we're queuing. Okay, I've literally just I'm just leaving the support point, and had a good sort of 10 minutes or so refill water, and all the energy gels and energy drinks and so on. So that's good. Managed to I'll sit down for a bit, rest the legs, and now I've got this little puppy, Triffin. So poles are out and just settle in for the long ride. Okay, just coming down from the Glidders now, so I don't know how many kilometres we've done, something like 35. But gosh, yeah, the knees are starting to feel it. Starting to get a little bit of cramp, even though I've been drinking a lot of electrolyte fluid. But it's just the way it is. It's relatively warm, and we've got to go at that now. So Crib Goch straight ahead. That's the final real climb, and then Snowdon Horseshoes. I mean, that's almost a day in itself, and we've still got that to do for tea time. Fantastic. Complete and come to the river. Bath time! I'm about to go and eat, so before I do, I just a little tour of the camp. So this is, start with Lou's. That's you see the tent there, green and white dome tent, where people dib in to the finish. This is the mess tent. Then all the tents here, all rowed up, lined up. So yeah, don't think there'll be as many as we go through, but we'll see. Sun's just about on the tops of the mountains still. Okay, so just before it gets too dark, you can maybe just about see me, but just a few thoughts from today. So it was about 49 kilometres, burnt about 5,600 calories, and ascended 3,900 metres. So it was a tough day, and it was all on stony ground. So it was, especially the downhills, I found pretty hard. Uphills on the flats, okay. And actually, I was generally coming through the fields on the uphill. So yeah, it's just the downhill, the pressure on the knees and the on the arches is just too much, really. Other things as well, there really isn't, in the middle of summer, there's no real water, no streams high up in Snowdonia, so I ran out of water a couple of times. Luckily there was some at Penna Pass, so I could fill up at the youth hostel, and at one point I had to fill up with a stream that I found just coming down, so I was going to drink that if I was desperate, but coming down to the support point, I knew there was water down here, so don't really know what to do about that, to be honest. The rest of the race there should be more streams, so that'll help really. Feeling pretty good. Feet feel good, which is great. Was expecting them to be more sore. Joints and so on, and they're still pretty sore. And I was cramping up at one point, even though I'd had loads of electrolytes and salt. So don't know what was going on there, but been eating my midges. A lot of midges around. What else? Fueling for the uphills really, because they're quite some big uphill ascents. I think that's something I'm going to take on board. It's something I'd forgotten really, but just making sure I've taken on gels and whatever it is in time for the next ascent. So I've got it in the system so that it's going to then help me for the uphill, for the big climbs. The sustained uphills for about 45 minutes or so. And that's about it really, I think. I'm just going to go and stretch now, finish off my kit packing before it gets dark, bit of stretching and then to bed. So it's about 10 o'clock now. and I will be up for breakfast at 6, heading out at 7, which isn't as early as I was expecting, so that's really good. Another hour in bed, an hour longer than I was expecting. Happy days. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay, on my way, day 2, just leaving the campsite, a little bit of a road section, and then up into the mountains. That's support point for day 2. It's still another 30 k's to go. Pretty hot day. Had to fill up in a stream already, and the last sort of 8 k's or so had a bit of a sugar dip, so I was sort of just trudging along. So I've got the Roman steps now, so hopefully I'm energised after my snack and I can rip up them. So just descending now off the Rhinogs into Dolgellau. Today wants to finish pretty sharpish. Been a long day, had a bit, like I said earlier, had quite an energy lull for quite a while actually, just before the support point. And it's lasted most of the day actually, it's only really sort of picked up the last hour or so. But yeah, just punishing day. Still got, whenever it is, 12-15 k's on the road. Tracks and roads in, so I will be happy to finish, definitely. Okay, so the start of day 3. So Cadair Idris, Machynlleth, and then into mid Wales. Feeling pretty sore. Last 2 days have really taken their toll, but no injuries per se. It's just overuse and attrition really. But still feeling good. Relatively good, all things considered. Muscles are quite sore, but just need to warm up now. So. Straight into a climb out of Dolgellau up to Cadair Idris, and then I think just pick it off bit by bit. Yesterday the Rhinogs and the rocks really took their toll, so it's not like that today. I know that it's just a longer distance, maybe slightly longer on the feet, but just keep plugging. Still got the sort of tendon on the outside of the knee and on the ankles and so on, but I think just keep plugging away. Water's still an issue. Up on the mountains it hasn't really rained very much at all for a number of days or weeks, so there are no streams up top. And if you're relying on water further down, then it's not going to be as reliable. So that is a problem. And I have been running out of water. Before the support point, before the end, I've been slightly desperate, so it's tight with the water situation. Cooler day, overcast, so hopefully that won't be such a problem. Okay, so teamed up with Philip here, and we had a little bit of fright at the support point, both of us, when someone shouted out 30 minutes till cut-off, so we're teamed up and we're pace setters for each other. So just literally coming up to the foot of Plumlimon, and then it's down to the camp. And there it is, camp, day 3. Can't come soon enough, I'll be perfectly honest with you. This is what it's about. The run in, looking strong even though I don't feel it. Looking the part. Okay, day 4, Elan Valley. As you can see, I just entered the Elan Valley. I didn't do a little piece of camera out of the camp because it was straight up a hill, up a climb. So left that out. But yeah, feeling okay. All things considered, the main things are on the knees really. So all the tendons around the knees, patellar tendons, so I was all flared, inflamed. But just taking paracetamol for that now. But pleasantly surprised with the fitness otherwise. On the uphills. So the first day my heart rate up the hills was about 140. And I think that was probably the adrenaline. Since then, hasn't really gone much above 120, and I'm still catching most people up the hills. I need to, because I'm then slowed down the hills, and I need the poles to slow me down because it's just pretty much agony on the knees. But that's it really. And I'm quite happy to jog high on the flat. So a lot of people seem to be reticent to do that, and again I overtake people there. So take the rough with the smooth, make time where I can. And just look after yourself, be conservative. You never know when you can have an energy crash like I did on day 2. And that was pretty bad. I didn't really recover from that. I don't know what it was. Maybe dehydration was a hot one, or I was a bit hot, the core temperature was a bit high. Plenty of streams here to lie down in and cool down. So keep going and make the timings in good time. Just left the support point by the Elan Valley Visitor Centre. So this is day 4, and it is roasting. We were sitting down there. It's like an oven, no air at all, and we're just sitting there baking. So I just had to get out of there as quickly as possible. That's why I'm not running now on a flat bit of tarmac, because I just don't want the core temperature to go up. It is baking today. You've got to be quite selective about when you fill up with water as well. A lot of the streams are running along the roads looking up, and the little stream beds are just dried up, which is quite unusual for this part of the world. So you've got to be quite tactical and find streams that are relatively high up in the mountains, so they haven't picked up too much dodgy sheep poo or whatever it is. that's end of day 4. Just had some food in the mess tent, and then a little rinse in the river again. We're next to a river, which is good. Just going over the bridge to a little pub, have a little bite to eat and drink. Just a bit of time out, really. I could go to bed, but it'd just be good to just sit and mull things over, really. But yeah, going okay. Round to a bit of a slow pace towards the end, the last sort of 15k or so. Mainly the knees. I mean, they're just they're really swollen, really painful. But also so there's been a lot of running today, and a lot of the running muscles are feeling it. So just areas like my hamstrings, they started to cramp up, get a bit tight, and then it's other muscles that you never really know are there. So the sort of abdominal muscles, right at the bottom, just above your rib, your hips, those all started to tighten up as well. I just had to keep stopping and just massaging them and releasing them. So yeah, it's been a long day, lots of running, and final day tomorrow. I think, feeling quietly optimistic to get through it, and it's just a case of plodding on, really. I mean, I'm not injured, and that's the main thing, really. Okay, day 5, puffy eyes. Just left the camp, the overnight camp. I hobbled out. It was a bit comical, really, and then stopped immediately. Knees are really, really sore, swollen, seized up, basically. But other than that, I'm not injured. But that's it, really. So just keep hobbling, basically. I don't know how much running is going to happen today, and then just keep on going. Never stop. Keep moving. So it's no longer about energy levels. They're fine. Or calories. It's about, or really hydration. It's about pain levels. And this is now what I look forward to every 4 hours. Sad. Just to take the edge off. It's like never-ending country lanes. I can hear the cheering, so I've got to be quite close, pretty close now. Just the pain, the discomfort. That's all it is. Okay, so I had a surprise visitor. So my wife urgently turned up and was there at the finish line, which I wasn't expecting. So we've made an early exit. I'm not staying for the prize giving, but just went for a pint in Llandelo, which is apparently how you say it, and I should know, being a Welshman. And so just yeah, going to make an early exit and head back to back over the border. I can barely move, can barely limp along through the street while she's gone and started the car. So awesome finish, really chuffed, and I'm already on the beers.